Hello guys, and just bored hopping around the internet, and I came upon this thing of like rocket stoves, which I guess are like fairly efficient burners for heating and cooking that are made with pretty simple primitive materials. And I don't have the time to go goofing around in my backyard building them and stuff, but my neighbors would probably think it would be goofy if I did. But anyhow, basically, I was thinking of an idea of improving a rocket stove with just a very simple modification. And they call it the afterburning rocket stove. It might be more correct to call it a reburning one because you're not adding extra fuel. Basically, take the basic construction of your rocket stove design, just here in blue, and then you add two extra parts to the design, which is the air induction tube, which brings in fresh air from the bottom, and then as it heats up towards the top of the tube, because you're burning the fuel down in the bottom of the rocket stove, as you normally would, the air inside the tube heats up, but this air doesn't get burned inside the tube. It's where the other air that comes in around the sides of the tube still burns the same old way as a typical rocket stove. And what I added was an induction air diffuser, which would be like a metal screen or perhaps some kind of piece of flat metal punched with a lot of holes. But the idea is to mix the air coming up from the riser with the hot gases in the flue portion of the rocket stove, and basically what you do is you reburn anything that's left with the fresh air coming in. So it's real simple. And I'm surprised nobody tried building it yet, because you should still have plenty of air coming in around the tube. Like, don't make it so huge you block off, but just enough to add an extra bit of fresh air. Because although technically a rocket stove is supposed to be high efficiency, I figured that the unburnt gases and whatever residual oils or stuff from the wood, there would still be stuff coming up there that doesn't get burned perfectly. By adding a diffuser surface, it mixes the fresh air, but it kind of like moderates the flow, so you're getting more time to burn. So I think this would probably be like a top off on the efficiency of a rocket stove design. Basically, what you're doing is you're taking some aspect of a top loading updraft cooker, because they kind of do like what the diffuser does, but they don't use an updraft instead of the rocket stove, so you can't side feed on those. So you have the side feed aspect of the rocket stove, which makes it easy to keep going, and you get the even more efficient burn of the top level updraft. So it's just a thought. Somebody could try this. It doesn't look like it's that terribly complicated. If you can build a rocket stove, I'm sure you can add this very simple modification and maybe post another video showing that it works or how well it works or if it's a stupid idea. I think it's simple and it's not going to be that much more time on your construction. So if you got the means to build one of these, try this out. Just let me know how it works. Alright.